Hi guys, this is Natasha, aka Natty Willie from the Nerd Element. I'm here at Motor City Con.
Natty Willie?
Yeah.
I love it.
I know, I love it too. That's why I named it that way. And I am here with John Wesley Shipp, the original Flash, and now you're playing the Flash's dad on the new show.
Yes, I am. Incarcerated. I don't know if it's because I did such a bad job the first time they threw me in jail or what, but I hope not.
Well, what did you do? I mean, it's like you played the original Flash and now you're in jail. Then why did he set you up like that?
I don't know. You know, the truth is, it works really well to serve the character. You know, I mean, the fact that I know what he's going through in that suit with those kinds of hours, and he obviously was aware that I was the Flash, so we have that history to bring to the characters of Henry and Barry, and that's the important thing. Yes, it's fun that it's a throwback to the old show. Yes, old Flash, new Flash, but the important thing is that we're making a really great show right now, and the fact that when I walk onto the set, I bring that history with me. It informs the Henry-Barry relationship in kind of a wonderful way.
So what advice did you give Grant when he initially got, the role and you started working together? Like, what kind of advice did you give him?
Wear sunscreen. I don't know. I don't give advice. Mm-hmm. The only time I ever gave him any advice was he was just on set, sweating so much in the suit, and they had to cut and do another snippet of another scene first, and they were supposed to shoot him next, and they had a cooling tent for him, and I said, man, go to your cooling tent. You're not going to make it through the season. But that's the only thing I've ever said. He needs no advice from me. He's a consummate actor and professional and a great guy. He really is. Have
you ever done like karaoke with him?
I have not, but I hope if I do better than Caitlin did. Now, Candace can sing, but obviously she was doing that on purpose.
Right.
We laughed because with Jesse Martin, I look during breaks and there's Jesse Martin and Grant are learning new tap routines, teaching new tap routines. We all come from musical backgrounds. We've been on Broadway. We talk about third season. It'll be Flash, the musical episode.
Right, so on the original Flash, how did the special effects maybe change since you've been on the Flash?
There's if you Google 25th anniversary tribute, The Flash, we just showed 2 episodes of The Trickster in LA, and we had a panel with the producers of the old show, the maker of the old suit, the guy who did the effects, Mark Hamill, me, Joyce Heiser, Corinne Bohr, who played Prank, Marcia Clark, who played the Trickster's lawyer, on and on and on. And we did a 45-minute panel after we viewed and someone shot it and they put it on YouTube. So, but the main thing is, it took us 9 days per episode with 2 units running simultaneously to get our show. I believe they're shooting these in 8 days because they can do so much more in post-production. In fact, last year at the CW Upfronts party, when I saw Andrew Kreisberg, I came up to him and he says, I bet you're surprised what we can do. I said, yeah, because it's 25 years later. So a lot of our effects had to be practical. We had to actually blow shit up. Stuff up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they do too, to a certain extent, but they can enhance it, as we know, which is great. It certainly is a little bit easier on the actors that way.
Now, you seem to be doing a lot of emotional scenes with, Grant Austin. How do you guys work through that scene and then maybe joke afterwards? What do you do after you film those kinds of scenes?
And the producers were very smart in the casting because he knows I was the Flash. I know what he's going through as the Flash, the number of hours, being in that suit. I'm genuinely so fond of him, and I believe that he feels the same way about me. We mutual respect, and the scenes are so well written and so well positioned. Right when you need to breathe and have a heart moment, that's where our scenes are. So we pretty much, I remember this one scene, he was like, dude, I am so exhausted, I don't know if there's going to be any waterworks today or not. And I said, don't even think about that, let's just is to show up and talk to each other, and that's what we do. And there's so much by virtue of just the situation and who we are that we don't really even, I don't really even feel like it. You know, I say in the episode coming up, I tell him how in awe of I am of the man he's becoming. And I said to him, I said, Grant, I don't have to act when I say that line. He says, I know, I feel that. And that's the way it is.
So are you shipping Barry and Iris?
Am I what?
Are you shipping Barry and Iris?
What does that mean? Shipping?
Like, okay, meaning you want them to be together.
My last name is Shipp. Am I shipping Barry and Iris? I am waiting to see what develops, because I'll tell you, you never know what's going to happen next with these producers. I adore Candace, you know, and have from the beginning. I feel the same way about Danielle, you know. It seems like the people are dividing into the Caitlin camp and the Iris camp. Some people have even said, and I found this interesting, they said the fact that they grew up as brother and sister sort of puts them off a little, but they're not
related.
Not until he was 10, and they're not, you know, and so I just think it's an interesting dynamic. He's different with both of them. He's different with who came in to play his girlfriend who worked at the news office. He was different with her, briefly, you know. He's different in his scenes with me than he is in his scenes with his other father figure,
right, Joe.
Jesse, yeah. Joe. You know, he comes, I could talk about this all day.
Right.
I love talking about acting. It's like, he comes, he's very vulnerable with Henry. And it makes sense, because Henry raised him from birth to age 10. And when he's in very emotional, very powerful scenes with Jesse, he plays those more as an adult, because, you know, it's like Joe took him from 10 years old into young manhood. Well, it doesn't get any better than that. When you've got an actor that is operating on those levels, it really is a joy to watch.
It is, and I'm looking forward to the finale next week.
No, you think you're ready. You may think you are, but you're not ready. No, I'm not saying anything else. So you don't worry. I'm giving nothing away except
you're getting us
you
revved up.
are
That's
not ready
It's emotional. That's all I
for
heard.
Tuesday night.
Oh my gosh! Thank you so much for your time,
Thank
and nice
you.
to meet you
Thank
again.
you.